Hello you buggers, it's Duncan Kinnaird from DKG Custom here, and you've probably been wondering where the hell I've been for the past couple of months. Unfortunately for you guys, I have been inundated with work, normal work, not guitar work, just normal work, and that's been taking up a hell of a lot of my time. I've been doing like a full day, coming home and then doing another full day of work, and then going back to work the next day, working the weekends, everything. That's been going on for the past 2 months now. Also, my wife has been seriously in hospital, which hasn't helped things either. So she's been in and out of hospital constantly for the past few weeks, so I've been dealing with work and that, and very little time to do any guitar stuff, or sort of say very little energy. I've been keeping track of other people's videos on YouTube and things like that, and replying to silly comments on my Tonewood video, which I'll come back to again in a minute. McEwen's Champion, the beer of the gods. Yeah, that's the only endorsement I'm going to do. I threw this T-shirt on earlier, and I realised I've had a name on here, somebody I don't want to endorse. So I've relabeled it. I thought about putting a DKG Custom logo on there, just for the fun of it. But anyway, so what's been happening out there the past couple of months? Well, the Tonewood debate seemed to have taken quite a turn almost a couple of months ago now, with one particular person on YouTube taking a very, very aggressive stance against the whole thing, and especially Mr. Scott Grove, who I'm guessing that quite a few of you are probably subscribed to. Now Scott, yeah, okay, he is who he is, and yeah, but this guy seemed to have taken quite a, like I say, an aggressive stance against Scott. You know, who's Scott? Scott's a nobody, blah 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 blah. I was thinking, well, who the flipping you expect to be on YouTube? I mean, you're not going to get Mark Knopfler or Eric Clapton doing guitar reviews and hints and tips and history of guitars or anything like that. That's not going to happen on YouTube. So you're going to have to see people like me, people like Scott, and you know, there's a few others out there. You know, China Guitar Skeptic, Dave's World of Fun stuff. You know, there's some great people out there. Stars, we're not. We're just people who are spending a little bit of our time sharing stuff with you guys, who either don't have the time, I don't have the time, but you know, don't have the time, wherewithal, or just whatever it is that we've got. I don't know. I'm starting to ramble. Anyway, yeah. So this guy, I'm not going to say his name. I wouldn't be at all surprised if you come across his videos. He's such a hypocritical person. I don't have issue about the things he's. Well, I do have issue about things he says. But the thing is, he was kind of being very aggressive to Scott Grove fans, and he was basically saying how they're all idiots, they're wrong, and anyone who thinks like Scott are just Scott followers. Well, you know, there are people out there who aren't Scott followers and who also have the same opinions as Scott. So on quite a lot of the subjects that Scott talks about. And the other thing was he was saying that you know, people shouldn't listen to Scott. You know, you should have a more open mind. And then by the end of his video, he's saying things like, you know, well, people, you know, if you're not going to listen to me, I'm going to tell you the truth. And if you don't believe me, you can stay off my channel. Your comments will be deleted. And it's like, well, so much about being open-minded, guy. Yeah. On my Tonewood video, the comments are still coming in. Now, of course, what's happened since then is all you guys who have seen it. You know, you're not dropping by. You're not coming by. You're not seeing these comments. You know, you don't want to go and see the bloody thing again. So I still get all these comments from people, and it's quite exhausting. It really is. So, you know, if you get a chance, you don't have to watch the thing. Just go back and have a look through some of the comments. Mike G, thank you for the intro again. He's been by a couple of times, and you know, throwing his pennies in. But you know, they're going to keep coming. I mean, I don't want to switch off the comments, because then no one will be able to see the previous comments. And I wish some of the people who stop by just and put their comments on read through the previous comments, because, you know, there's a lot of regurgitation of fact. But I'm going to read to you my favourite comment so far. This is fantastic. It's from somebody called Vincent de Jong. Name's up there, I suppose. This is his words. Lel. You're a fag who thinks who knows it all, but the funny thing is that you're wrong. Lol. Even kids laugh at you, old man. What can you say? Such a cutting comment. So full of truth. Apart from the fag bit, wrong. Kids laugh at you. My kids laugh at me all the time. That's because I make them laugh. It's called wit, you prick. Old man. Well, yeah, okay. I'm an old man. Lots of people old man. You'll be an old man. Get fucking used to it, you idiot. Another thing we should talk about, as far as the whole Tonewood thing, the whole Tonewood debate. I'm sure there's people who are subscribed who are still, you know. I don't think it's really been answered yet. I mean, I think we really are like getting down to the you know, the crux of the matter. And there are still people out there who can find ways to reinvent the argument. In fact, one person said in my comment, it says, when was this ever a debate? Yeah, look on the internet, it's out there. Some people seem to think that I'm the one that instigated it. Oh, for God's sake. Anyway, there was a philosopher, Ibn al-Haytham, I think that's how you pronounce it. He was an Islamic philosopher, and he had a brilliant quote. But I'm going to read to you the quote as repenned for the Cosmos series that's been aired recently. The only reason for that is because it's just beautifully worded. It's the same thing. He says, finding truth is difficult, and the road to it is rough. As seekers of the truth, you will be wise to hold judgment and not simply put your trust in the writings of the ancients. Not me. You must question and critically examine those writings from every side. You must submit only to argument and experiment and not to the sayings of any person, because every human being is vulnerable to all kinds of imperfection. As seekers of the truth, we must also suspect and question our own ideas as we perform our investigations to avoid falling into prejudice or careless thinking. Take this course and truth will be revealed to you. Just brilliant words. Brilliant words. Question everything. Question yourself. Don't repeat what someone else has said to you. There's one guy came on in the comments recently. He said, you know, I've been playing guitar for 39 years. I've been teaching guitar, blah, 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 blah. And I can hear the difference. And, you know, I believe that Tonewood. And I had to point out to him that throughout the comments, I also got people who are saying, yeah, I've been playing guitar for 30 years. I've teach guitar. And I've been saying Tonewood doesn't make a difference for years. So it seems to me that, you know, I'm not putting you down, guys, but, you know, it seems that experience doesn't really count for anything. You've got to question it. Anyway, there you go. There's guitar philosophy. There's the Tonewood debate. I think it will go on. We're hopefully going to be looking into it a bit more closely. Now, one of the guitars in my collection is the kitchen Strat that was you know, built for the Tonewood experiment. Well, that's been sold. That's been sold to a scientist. The scientist actually wanted it, not to run tests because he wants to learn how to play a guitar, but he wanted that guitar because I suppose in his words, you know, he sees it as a, you know, a historical piece of scientific equipment. Yeah, it's not exactly Babbage's difference engine or anything like that. It's just a guitar made out of kitchen countertop. But he fell in love with the guitar. I'm not going to give you his name. He can come up in the comment section here and announce himself if he wants. But anyway, we got into the whole thing about sending him the guitar because he's in the US and it's going to cost a fortune just to ship the thing out there. So we thought, you know, it should be shipped out in a hard case. So we looked in buying a hard case. You know, we could buy a hard case. So I sent him some screenshots of some cases that I could get, you know, relatively cheaply, well, very cheaply. And he came back and said, well, you know, anything will be fine. It would just be great to have a DKG custom guitar case. So I thought, you know, what the hell. Now I think I'll probably do another video on guitar cases because this could be quite a long subject. But anyway, yeah, I'll come into it. I'll come back to that when I finish the case. But I will show you how it's coming. Okay, so we thought would go a little bit different because it's a kitchen top. We thought, you know, it's have some kind of kitcheny theme. So one of the ideas was I'm going to cover it with this stuff, which is it's a vinyl cloth shiny surface. I just figured it was just too thin. So I came up with this other idea. But anyway, I'll show you where it is so far. There's still hardware missing. The corner pieces aren't on yet. Ooh. So I should have tried testing this out, showing in front of you. Oh, so there you go. Quite a striking thing. I'll try and get in close can show you all the dust that's gathered up on it. It's actually like a toweling. Ooh. See, I'm showing you all the crap that's got on it as well. It's a toweling material with a toweling trim there and a suede leather end. Catches on it. Obviously, you're going to need catches. This side. Ooh. This side has got the corner in place, so you start to see how that's going to fit on, and then also suede DKG custom logo. Sorry, I've just spilt my beer. There goes me McEwen's. I'll clear that up in a second. And we're going to finish up anyway soon. So yeah, so there's the guitar case on its way. Get that finished up. Quite a lot of detail to go on the inside because I'm form fitting the interior, so you need some careful thought in there. Anyway, while I was out getting, I went down to like Denmark Street in London because at the end of the night in Denmark Street, it's the infamous place for buying guitars in London. There's a whole street just full of guitar shops, bass shops, piano shops, and at the end of the day, they chuck out all their cardboard boxes. So it was a perfect place to go and get a cardboard box for shipping this in. And I've since come back with quite a few. Now, rummaging around those boxes like a tramp, it's quite astonishing because it just goes to show you the mentality was going on into these shops. I mean, there were some guitars boxes there. They were obviously starter guitars, and inside the box was all the stuff you get with guitars. Okay, it's a bit lame, I suppose. You know, you get Epiphone stickers. I'll probably stick that on the box. You know, there's posters. Yeah, it's quite a nice poster. But you know, you imagine, you know, this is your first guitar. You've got your first guitar. Now, wouldn't that be pretty cool to have on your wall? You know, tick them off as you get them. I think it's just kind of sad that someone's gone home with a guitar, and because the box is there, I'm assuming that the guitar shop sold them a case, whether it was a soft case or a hard case, as opposed to just giving the option of taking it home in the box. A manual. I mean, there were starter guitars, for crying out loud. If you're starting out, you want something like this. I mean, okay, you all play guitars. You don't need this. But that's irrelevant. You know, some kid's going home, or some mum and dad has bought their kid a guitar. Stacks of these. The tools. Truss rod adapters. And I think in there, probably little instructions on how to do it. Now, obviously it's just an Allen key. The important thing is the right size Allen key. Is it imperial? Is it metric? I don't know. I haven't measured it. There's a piece of paper inside there. How to adjust the neck with an adjustable truss rod. Instructions on how to adjust the truss rod. I mean, the guitar's going to go home, it's going to be different humidity levels, the temperature's going to change, truss rod's going to move. Why is this guitar buzzing all of a sudden? It wasn't doing that in the shop. What else comes in there? It was an acoustic guitar, because there you go, you get a spare pin. How often do you see guitars that have got just one of these missing? It comes with one, yeah? So you have a problem with your guitar, you're going to have to go and buy a full set of 6. or if they just gave you the spare, you'll be plain sailing. So there you go, guitar shops. Yeah, bit sneaky, isn't it? It's a bit wrong. I mean, it's all part of the kit. All part of the kit. You know, go to the guitar shop, try the thing out, and send off for it. Buy it through Amazon, and it will turn up with all the bits you're supposed to get. So yeah, that was just from one evening. I've got about half a dozen Allen keys. I've got 3 sets of those Allen keys with the spare pin. You know, another 3, and I've got a full set. Put it on eBay. It's disgraceful. Oh, there you go. There's another Allen key just falling out my hands, falling out the sky into my lap. So there you go. Where are we going with the guitars next? Well, I guess you're going to have to wait and find out, aren't you? There's more coming, I promise you. I bought a Squire Mini Strat, which is a whole lot of fun. You know, it's a 3/4 size. What was it? Or was it 7/8? I think it's 7/8. It's a 23-inch scale length, I think it was. I measured it. So yeah, so it's a little bit shorter, but it's a cute guitar. My son's played it and he thinks it's great. So we'll be doing some fun stuff with that. And obviously we've got the other guitar builds that you saw in the video 2 months ago that still need work doing, or just, you know, advancing from there. So hopefully there'll be a lot more coming up in the next few weeks. And yeah, I'm going to try and do some more videos, because in the past 2 months there's been a lot to talk about, you know, even without showing you anything. So hopefully there'll be some more videos soon. So I just thought I'd drop by, because I miss you guys. You probably miss me, maybe. I don't know if you're still there. Are you still subscribed? Anybody? Okay, next time. I'll see you next time. Bye for now.